Well, thank you again for letting me interview you. For people out there that are listening, tell everybody about your background and who you are.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Alyssa and I live in Denver, Colorado with my husband and two beautiful little boys. And I have been in the health and fitness space for the last 14 years as a personal trainer, fitness instructor, and as an ASEA advocate for the last 7 years now. So it's just awesome to be spending time with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I love seeing you as well. And how did ASEA come into your path?
Yeah, that's a great question. ASEA actually came into my life almost 13 years ago now, which is crazy to think about that amount of time. But I'm just so grateful that it did. And the reason why I was open to the products was because I actually had cancer at the age of 12. I had Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is cancer of the lymph nodes. And so I went through traditional treatment. I went through chemotherapy. I was on steroids and many medications to be cured of cancer. And I'm so grateful that I was able to be cured and that the treatments all worked. But I usually tell people that, a lot of people, when they think of someone going through that kind of experience, they think that their life is going to return back to the way it was before. But what a lot of people don't realize is that those kind of treatments, the chemotherapy in my case, it wiped out the cancer, but it also wiped out everything else in its path. So my immune system was shot. My hormones were all out of balance. And I just didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel. And so that kind of set me on an alternative journey and an alternative path of looking at other ways that my body would be able to heal and work on at an optimal level again. And so my mom brought me ASEA about 13 years ago. I was lucky to be raised by a mother who brought me the latest and greatest magical elixir, if you will. And so when she brought me ASEA, I honestly looked at the back of the bottle and I thought my mom was a little bit crazy because I saw the ingredients and I was like, Mom, I think you've lost it. I can make my own expensive salt water at home. Thank you very much. I'm good. But I loved my mother enough to try it, and I'm really just so glad that I did. Of course, I wouldn't be sitting here with you if it hadn't made a huge impact in my life. It helped me with my energy, with my sleep, with my endurance. That's why I was able to get into the health and fitness space, was because I was able to actually start pushing my body to more physical limits. And I noticed that I was able to push my body physically and only be limited by my mental capacity to push myself further. And I truly attributed a lot of that to ASEA and my ability to continue to see what new physical limits I had, which really wasn't even possible before ASEA. And I would say the biggest miracle is that doctors didn't believe I was going to be able to have kids later in life. And I'm just so grateful that I have been replenishing my body on a cellular level with these amazing molecules that ASEA provides for the last 13 years, because when my husband and I sat down almost 4 years ago now, and we decided we wanted to try to have a family, we had no issues at all. And I truly believe that it was my ability to heal my body on a cellular level for so many years allowed us to do that, as well as all of the other things that we started to incorporate. I see our health as a giant puzzle, and it's your ability to fill in pieces of that puzzle that allows you to live the kind of life that you want to live and live with optimal health. And so ASEA was just that missing link for me that made such a huge impact in my life.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that, Alyssa. And you were introduced to it 13 years ago. And what I think is so cool to hear, especially you being so young still, why do you continue to stay on ASEA?
I will clarify, people do not always think that you're young. We are now old, Jackie. That is what I heard.
Young in the majority of the world.
Ago, I realized, because I'm like a mom and stuff, and I'm like, I am still young. Anyway, sorry, I didn't even hear what your question was.
Why have you continued to stay on it?
Yeah, so because, when you lose your health, you realize how fragile it is, and your health can be lost in just a second, and that the importance of preventing whatever is happening under the surface is so important to me now. And may I never know what I am preventing by continuing to replenish my body every single day with ASEA, with good nutrition, with exercise, with good sleep. It's all just so important to being able to live the kind of life that you want to live, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything, and it's the only thing that you focus on. So it's so important to me.
Absolutely. And you decided 7 years to start sharing this. Why did you start sharing ASEA redox signaling molecules with other people?
Yeah, so it took me a while to get on board, honestly. My mom decided to start sharing ASEA 13 years ago, and I wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. I loved the products. I loved what they could do for me, but I was not interested at all in perhaps building a business, building a side income, and what that had to offer. And I had to go on my own journey. And so I went to school, I got my bachelor's degree, got a job in corporate marketing, and I saw during that span of time the amount of lives that my mother was able to change because of this unique technology. And so it was about 7 years ago that I decided to start sharing it with people, because I honestly couldn't keep my mouth shut a little bit about it, and the kind of impact that it can make in people's lives who are looking for something, just because it's not like anything else someone has tried, right? It's not like a CBD oil. It's not like a vitamin or a mineral or nutritional supplement that other people have tried. This actually works with the body and is able to detect and repair damage in people's bodies wherever that damage is, right? It's in different locations for everyone. And so it was 7 years ago that I decided to share and to make an impact in people's lives with this technology. And I'm so glad that I said yes, because now I'm able to do it full time from the comfort of my home. And I just can't imagine anything else that I would be doing with my time right now that would be more beneficial or impactful.
That's amazing. I love it. And where do you see this technology 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Yeah, I love that question. And, it's interesting because it's been about 13 years since I was first introduced to it. And so many more people know about it now than they did 13 years ago. So much more research is available now than it was 13 years ago. And I would say the more people find out about it, the more research that's done about the product, the more they realize how impactful this product is in people's bodies. And so, 10, 15 years from now, I see it as a household item that everyone has to have sitting on their countertop, and is the, most foundational thing that you can put into your body every single day to be able to make sure that you're maximizing your body's healing potential. We live in a day and age where people are getting sicker and sicker, younger and younger, because of the amount of toxins that we're exposed to, because of the kind of food that we're digesting, because of the lack of nutrients in our soil. And so I just see that people will need this more and more as time goes on, and that it really will be just a household item.
That's awesome. And there might have been some people that have jumped on or will hear this later that have never heard of redox, maybe never tried it. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would just say that the reason I decided to start sharing this product with other people was because I knew it was something that could not hurt anyone, but could only simply help people in whatever their journey to health is. And I know that, there are so many things that are out there available for people to be able to try to maximize their own health. And this product stands in a category of its own, and is definitely worth investigation and the research that you're giving it due diligence. But I would also say that if you're watching this and you're seeing this information right now, that I am not someone who believes in coincidences. So I know that you're hearing this for a reason, whether it's for you or someone that love and care about. You're hearing this information for a reason. And so make sure that you lean into that and take a look at what this product can offer.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. Thank you so much for letting me interview you. Is there any last minute comments that you'd like to say?
No, it is just so great to be with you today. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for hopping on.
Thank you everybody for listening. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to just to answer. All we do is educate and teach people about redox signaling molecules. So thank you so much, Alyssa. Have a wonderful day and talk to you all soon.
All
Thank
right,
you
take care.
again.
Bye.